Chapter 37, The Cursed Runesmith. Yes, this is her, Andre said in Fimian, the cursed smith. The old man eyed Vivi with a doubtful frown but stepped aside, allowing her and Andre into the smithy. The workshop was cramped in all the right ways. Tools filled every corner, 2 anvils, sharpening stones, an emberstone forge, a crucible furnace, and most importantly, a vice. Shelves were packed with tuning forks, tweezers, crucibles, and everything a serious craftsman would need. Along the metal gallery, ingots of every type were neatly arranged. A smite, dark mithril, crystal mithril. These were metals Vivi rarely had the luxury to work with. Each ingot gleamed under the orange glow of the forge. The smith himself was a hunchbacked old man with messy hair and a scraggly beard. His hands were thick, calloused, and unmistakably those of a lifelong blacksmith, not a runesmith. "This is Einord," Andre said. "My personal smith. He's passionate and he knows his craft." "And this girl is supposedly a runesmith," Einord scoffed. "Bullshit. I'm not giving her one of my swords to ruin." "She is a runesmith," Andre insisted. "Her skills are what we're verifying. Einord will assess the quality and price of your work." "I would prefer to work in private," Vivi said. "Einord is trustworthy," Andre replied. "The stewards believe he's dead." "I can't reveal anything when you won't let me out of this damned dungeon," Einord muttered. "But fine. This girl is not a runesmith, maybe an apprentice, but she's too young to have mastered the craft. Carving rune swords takes more years of practice than she's been alive." "I'll compensate for any failures," Andre said. "Your job is to assess and witness. Vivian, what do you think?" "I can work here," Vivi said, "depending on the deal. What are you offering me?" "Are you after ether?" Andre asked. "I'm not opposed to money," Vivi answered. "I'll pay you 3,000 ether for a functional rune sword," Andre said. Vivi paused. 3,000. Grandpa had often joked that her swords were worth thousands. In the golden age of runesmithing, rune swords sold for tens of thousands, legendary ones for millions. Skilled runesmiths were always rich. Suddenly, that didn't sound like a joke anymore. Her surprise must have been obvious because Andre smiled. 3,000 ether and a request. "You will work for me and me only. Zand will fall apart if rune swords spread among the Nimrods." "I work alone, as a neutral," Vivi said. "That's fine. I only ask that you don't craft for Ong or Bewern." "I wasn't planning to." "Good, the smithy is yours. How long will a sword take? A week?" "Are we seriously entertaining this?" Einord said. 3,000 ether. You'll be paying 500 for one of my base swords and then losing it to her mistakes." "Einord," Andre warned, staring him down. Einord clicked his tongue and grabbed a green mithril longsword from the shelves. "Fine, a base sword. I won't cry when you destroy it." "I won't need a base," Vivi said. "I'll forge my own." Einord blinked in confusion. Traditional runesmiths always worked on pre-forged blades. Runesmiths and blacksmiths were two different professions. They always worked together. But Grandpa's method flipped everything. "I'd prefer to work alone," Vivi said, "and I should be done in 8 hours." 8 hours, Einord barked. "Nobody can carve a rune sword in 8 hours, maybe if the blade was wooden." "Well, I'm about to be the first." "This witch," Einord muttered. "Let her work," Andre said. "She is an honored guest. If she proves fake, I'll remove her myself." "Better get to it then, girl," Einord said. "I'd like my privacy back." "Could this guy shut up?" Lucius groaned inside Vivi's mind. Translating him is a pain. Vivi almost smiled. Einord wasn't so bad, stupid and loud, sure, but the nagging of an old man felt almost homely. Working alone clearly wasn't happening. Einord needed to witness the process. Vivi didn't like it. Showing Grandpa's secret method to others felt wrong, but she reminded herself. Inside carving was never meant to be a secret. Grandpa wanted it to spread, and even if they watched, Einord would need years to use it correctly. Vivi hung her raincoat and put on one of Einord's aprons. Most were enormous, but one rough one fit well enough. She put on light gloves and sat at the vise. She pulled out the adamantite root. Clamping it upright, she gathered her tools, a tuning fork, cauterizing knives, and an obsidian carving knife used by woodworkers. She put on safety glasses. "I'll begin, please don't interrupt," she said. Einord looked baffled, rightfully so. To anyone unfamiliar with Grandpa's method, the process looked insane. "Lucius, help with the next part," she thought. "Initiate the root, feed it some ether, permanent ether." Lucius hesitated. "Seriously, more ether?" "Only 10, slowly, a quarter at a time." Lucius grumbled but obeyed. A wisp of ether entered the root. A crack formed at the tip. It widened, then broke open. A stalk of ethereal metal sprouted like a seedling bursting from soil. Soft white glowing. The stalk immediately attempted to twist sideways. Vivi nudged it straight with the tuning fork. "Slower," she thought, "don't rush." Lucius steadied his output. The process strained both of them, Vivi's hands and Lucius's ether control. But as a spirit, he adapted quickly. The stalk continued to grow, forming unstable ethereal adamantite, perfect for channeling ether. Now came the intricate part, shaping the stalk into the veins of a runesword. Vivi guided the growth, splitting branches from the main stem with her knife and tuning fork. The vision of the final weapon formed clearly in her mind. A sword to defeat a spirit blade, she thought. To prove that Grandpa's life's work was never a waste. Chapter complete. Please consider a like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. Tune in for the next chapter.